Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Saturday Mourning Reads, where today we will be picking another fanfiction from fanfiction.net. This one being Mecha-King-Jesus by Darkspawn Dweller 04. And the summary is, when King Ghidorah gets enhanced with satanic powers, Godzilla has to call on a special ally to help. Warning, contains satanic references, cyborg Jesus, and diarrhea.
We all know this is going to be a really shitty episode, then.
Also, no one nominated someone to be executed, so we're all going to end up dying later on after this season's over.
Alright. With that said, let's begin. Godzilla was heading to Sapporo for his latest showdown. He had felt the balance of the earth become disturbed when crazy thunderstorms began to shoot across the sky. Damn it, Kong, keep it down! The two tiny women who flew around in Mothra's bug fur...
Godzilla! Fuck you!
said Kong. Anyway, the two tiny women who flew around in Mothra's bug fur... Huh. Interesting.
I thought the fairies hated Mothra.
Her armpit hair.
I mean, bug fur. That just sounds specific.
I thought the fairies hated Mothra.
Kind of furry.
I thought they did too. Anyway, around Mothra's bug fur came to Godzilla in a vision. Godzilla, please help the Earth. A huge monster is causing chaos in northern Japan, and the environment is suffering from all the lightning because of Kong.
Well, fuck the environment.
Godzilla was confused as he didn't know why Mothra couldn't go herself to save the Earth, and he had napping to catch up on because he still hadn't recovered from his curry in India.
What?
Okay, I feel like we're missing some context here, but this actually does bring to a decent point. Why isn't Mothra going out doing her duty as an Earth Guardian? Why does Godzilla have to be constantly
Don't you know, in the other story...
Not much curry.
Well, because Mothra also had curry.
Well, Kaiju X, it's like I said. In one of the previous stories, Mothra is useless.
Oh yeah, that's right. He realized that Mothra was flying into space to stop a giant meteorite that was going to pound the planet, so he stopped being retarded and told the tiny Mothra. I'm sorry, that was pretty great. And told the tiny Mothra priestess that he'd help. He creoned loudly as he waded into the sea and just
Actually, it's Creon.
Yeah.
You
Or actually,
fuck.
if uncensored, it's fuck.
Yeah.
Or bitch.
As he waded into the sea and destroyed part of Vietnam with the tidal wave that he caused. What is this, the anime Godzilla?
Hey, at least he's getting revenge on Vietnam from Call of Duty.
Wait, hold up. Wait, he was going to Sapporo.
He helped.
And
Godzilla
how
helped
did
us
he hit
in
Vietnam?
down.
Well, he was heading to Sapporo. So I guess he just might have been far away from Japan. So. Yeah, when Godzilla got to Sapporo, he was alarmed by what he saw. He shat himself a little. He shat himself a little into the sea in fright when he saw the city was being menaced by his arch nemesis King Ghidorah. Okay, I'm sorry. That was a nugget of right there.
So apparently he's afraid of Ghidorah.
Right, a guy he's fought a million times, and a character that never backs down from a fight is now wibbling in fear.
Godzilla said I should fight my own battles so I can help him with some of his own battles, you know?
Yeah. King Ghidorah laughed at Godzilla with each of his ugly three heads. When he saw that he shat himself in the humiliation gave Godzilla horrendous diarrhea, and he destroyed downtown Sapporo one giant wave of crap.
Even worse is radioactive, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, that was shitty.
Why is Godzilla shitting himself? He's fucking.
It's because of the curry.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's the curry. It's the curry.
That's why
He ate Tim Curry.
He's
Then
just trying to find a giant ice cube.
Yeah. Then the fight began. I can't tell you how much shit was around.
That's a lot of shit.
Who's the first person speaking here? The author?
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh my goodness.
I can't tell you how much shit was going around.
Alright.
That is one big pile of shit.
Yes.
That's a lot of shit.
Godzilla smacked King Ghidorah across his middle and left heads with half a skyscraper, and he, Golden Dragon, fell back into the shit. This feels like some kind of strange, like, fetish fantasy that this author wanted to fulfill. What the?
It probably is.
Before we know it, Godzilla's gonna give Ghidorah a Cleveland steamer.
Oh, Lord. This made King Ghidorah mad, and he breathed lightning all over Godzilla, igniting Godzilla's flammable crap as he did so, causing Godzilla to begin flailing around trying to put out his fiery tail. What the?
I mean, at least it burns in both ways now.
I guess so.
That's true.
For some reason, the fire wasn't even bothering King Ghidorah, although his left head was throwing up violently into the Sapporo subway system. Ugh. Thousands drowned horribly in the ensuing shit puke tidal wave. What the hell?
What is this?
Man, I am glad I did not eat dinner. I'm glad I overslept through dinner, because holy crap.
I'm glad I don't live in Sapporo. Sapporo.
I hear it's a shitty place to live in.
Now it is. Godzilla yelled in monster language at King Ghidorah. How come you're immune to fire now? Ghidorah chittered out an evil laugh as he replied from his middle head. You're such an idiot, Godzilla. I made an alliance with the father of all monsters, Satan! Then he breathed lightning again, and Godzilla fell backward over a Ferris wheel. Pass.
Ow, my ass! Godzilla shat himself massively in terror. Even he couldn't hope to defeat Satan. Ghidorah went back to destroying the city with his super-powered lightning beams, which made the shape of a pentagram or a goat's head, whenever they landed in the ground, proving that Godzilla had become an agent of the devil.
You mean
Ghidorah
Ghidorah?
become an agent of the devil, whatever.
No, Joe, you got it wrong. Godzilla's an agent.
Okay, fair enough. We'll roll with it.
Godzilla's a tax agent. Godzilla called on the tiny Mothra priestesses for help, but they didn't reply because they were now in space helping Mothra. So he did
Space. They've been in space with Mothra, weren't they?
Yeah, they only projected a vision to him not that long ago, and that was only a vision, so...
You know how long it takes for a tiny butterfly to get back to Earth?
That's a good point. That's a point. That's a good point, Nagoda.
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
The traffic must be abysmal. Ugh.
Alright, anyway.
It did take a year for the warning for Space Godzilla to reach them.
No, 2 years.
2 years. Worse.
So he did the only sensible thing as a last resort. He prayed to God for help. God...
What a load of horse shit.
So did Godzilla get on his knees and shit to pray?
You know what? This Godzilla, if we're continuing off of the last story we read, this Godzilla has lost all of his confidence after he learned that he killed her. This one lost his confidence. That's why he's such a wimp.
I support that headcanon.
Continue.
God understood that the situation in Sapporo was really bad, but unfortunately he was busy elsewhere.
I'm busy. Can you hold a minute?
Oh, I'm laughing so. Oh gosh, I laugh because it's like, I'm free. Oh my gosh, he's busy elsewhere. The omnipotent God is busy elsewhere.
Hey,
Don't you know he's playing
Hey.
the new Call of Duty with Icarus?
and the
Bro, I get.
don't forget.
Okay, I
And it's
get
usually-
that Sapporo's getting pretty dicey, but listen, I have cookies in the oven and I don't want them to burn. So I'm gonna send my son over there. He's gonna be A-okay.
Unlike the
Legion
last
is
time.
gonna crucify him.
All right, Joe,
It
keep
actually
going.
makes sense now. That's what happened the first time, I guess. Legion. The Legion is everywhere like King Ghidorah.
It comes
Yes.
full circle.
So he had sent Jesus Christ to aid Godzilla. Lord Jesus appeared in a flash of blinding white light in front of Godzilla, standing on a
Time travel?
skyscraper so he could be level with Godzilla's head, and held his arms wide in a gesture of friendship. Godzilla bowed. King
So
Ghidorah became.
So would he be friends with Jet Jaguar then?
Well, me too.
They
Jet
both-
Jaguar is Jesus. It's actually his name's actually Jet Jesus, but they cut that out.
Yeah, JJ.
That's why he's
JJ.
always smiling.
Uh,
Now I'm just imagining Jet Jaguar being programmed as a door-to-door evangelical, just knocking on the door and just smiling. Have you heard about the word of God today, Mia? I'm going to hell.
King Ghidorah became enraged and started to breathe lightning all over where Jesus had appeared, whilst cramping himself in fear of the wrath of the Son of God.
what?
Jesus
Legit.
just stood there happily and was immune to the lightning.
He is Jet Jaguar.
Uh,
He then grew to the same epic size as Godzilla and stood beside the king of the monsters, ready to fight.
oh.
Once again, Jet Jaguar.
King Ghidorah charged at Godzilla and Jesus and ended up being bathed in Godzilla's atomic breath before Jesus sent a wave of deadly holy energy towards King Ghidorah, which burned his wings because he was marked as an agent of Satan.
Oh no!
Jesus clapped his hand and a holy sword appeared, which he used to try to spear Ghidorah through the heart with. He succeeded, and Ghidorah flailed around as blood and crap started to explode out of every orifice,
Ugh.
even his dick. But then an unholy miracle happened. King Ghidorah started to glow in a blood-red light, and he was suddenly healthy again. Godzilla and Jesus looked at each other in horror, but in this moment of distraction, King Ghidorah pulled the holy sword from his heart with one of his heads and used it to stab Jesus.
Oh lordy!
Godzilla roared in anger and again used his atomic breath in King Ghidorah. Alongside his new diarrhea shot ability.
What? His new. What? What the heck is going on? Why is there so much shit?
Hey, that's exactly me when I go onto the internet for fanfiction.
Jesus collapsed onto the floor and shrunk back to his original human size. Godzilla scooped up the Son of God in one of his clawed hands and tried to protect him from King Ghidorah's continuing attack. He prayed to God not to let his son die again. Then Jesus started glowing and scared Godzilla so much that he dropped Jesus' body.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It would have fallen into the shit puke river that flowed through downtown Sapporo. But he started levitating in midair by the power of God.
I thought God was busy.
I guess he just came back just in time.
Jesus began growing to a super size again, and bits of his body were replaced with cyborg parts. I will detail this below. Pass.
Asterisk. He has a metal arm like the Winter Soldier from Captain America 2. Asterisk. Half of his chest has been covered by a metal breastplate. Pass.
Asterisk. His legs are metal and he can jump super high. Asterisk. He has an inbuilt hand minigun. Pass. Aren't you glad you woke up for this?
Yeah.
Wow!
Wow.
Are we sure this isn't Jet Jaguar?
Jesus had transformed to be the ultimate destroyer of satanic forces. Mecha-King-Jesus. That's all Mecha-King-Jesus faced Satanic King Ghidorah once more. And the Golden Dragon started to have diarrhea and vomiting because he was so scared.
You know what they say, if it smells like a Jet Jaguar.
His lightning was now useless against. Because Godzilla was under his protection, he was immune to. Mecha-King-Jesus opened fire at Ghidorah with his gigantic inbuilt hand minigun, and King Ghidorah's wings disintegrated into nothingness. Again, the Golden Dragon shrieked and chittered as Godzilla started to rip off his heads one by one and eat them.
What?
Why?
Okay, why?
So is he gonna shit out Ghidorah's heads now?
Maybe?
Wait.
Will he become a
Wait.
agent of the devil?
Wait, he's ripping off the heads. Does that mean he's gonna drag him back to his cave for Mothra to revive him now?
He tried to feed one to Mecha-King-Jesus, but he politely said, "I'm a vegetarian."
Wow.
Eventually, King Ghidorah was utterly defeated and his body was sucked through the ground, through a portal to hell. So I guess whatever remained of his body then.
Yeah.
Wait, I think
Which is just shit and puke.
So that's why the Godzilla in Hell comics came about, because he still has King Ghidorah in him.
Mecha-King-Jesus resurrected all the people who had died in the fight, which admittedly was part of Godzilla's fault for shitting on them.
Oh,
It was all Godzilla's fault.
And rebuilt Sapporo with a wave of his hand. He then flew back to heaven and Godzilla waved goodbye. Godzilla waited.
Wait, Jesus, you forgot to clean up the shit.
Oh crap, they're all dead again. Godzilla waded back into the sea to go back to Asagara Island with a sense of satisfaction of having trashed his arch nemesis Ghidorah once again. He shat himself again from the joy of it all. So apparently shitting is a hobby of his now. He created a tidal wave that destroyed half of Sapporo as he entered the sea and undid most of Jesus' good work. The end.
I just want to say I hate you, I love you, and if I see you, you're fucking dead.
Who, me or the author?
Yes.
Okay then.
I'll go over before we go into our opinions of this travesty.
Let's check out the reviews.
Yes, there's the one review that's on here that
The one person who is actually good at reviewing here.
Yes. Zane Acker says, "Are you okay, Darkspawn?" Yes. Wait. Oh, okay. That's just. Okay. Yes, I agree. Darkspawn, you alright, man? I mean, what the frick? What in the... That is... Like I said, I'm so glad I have a abnormally high tolerance for this sort of crap because, frick, that was
Literally.
literally, yeah. Just good grief, this thing is just. Ugh. Why is there so much shit and diarrhea? Did they think it would be funny?
Well, apparently worked on us.
It worked on us for sure, for freaking sure. And then throw Jesus into the mix of all of this. And then have God be busy, despite the fact that God could probably just get this done with the flick of his finger or something. I don't know.
And the fact that Godzilla undid most of Jesus'
That feels like I feel like that's the most potent metaphor I have ever heard when you compare religions. Like, oh yeah, here's Jesus doing all this good stuff, and then we just completely ruin everything. Oh my gosh. This is just... You know, when I read the title was Mecha-King-Jesus, this was not what I was expecting.
I don't know what I was expecting, honestly, when I read the title. It just... Man, I want to go home.
I was expecting something like
I'm
King
home when I
Nagoda,
want to
but
go home.
Oh. I'm probably going to need to take a shower after this, because that was just... Ugh. The frick.
To be fair, I think we were all covered in Godzilla shit.
Yeah.
I feel like it now, man. I feel that.
Yeah, you're not even wrong. We're all covered in it.
Kaiju X, what did you think of it?
Oh man, this one is just... Ugh. It's just more on the disgusting end of the spectrum. Like, the writing is... Once again, we got another... Like, it's still not perfect, but it is still like...
They know what they're
okay,
doing, at the very least.
It's
Right.
better than the others.
Right. Better than some of the... Yeah, it's... We didn't have the... Like, say, we didn't have the same run-on sentence issue with the last one. Or comparatively to the last one. But this one was just... It's just that...
Come to think of it, aside from a few errors, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
No, it wasn't.
Right. Like, in terms of its writing, it's not that bad. But its content is a different story, though. And
I felt like this would have made more sense if it was Hedorah instead of King Ghidorah.
This would have been perfect if it were Hedorah, if you asked me. Because at least Hedorah would have had an excuse to shit all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure Ghidorah has an ass to shit, but okay.
Right. I'm sure all monsters do, but, like, Hedorah just would have been perfect. Like, why make it King Ghidorah? Why couldn't Hedorah be the agent of Satan?
I mean, Hedorah's already shown in movie that he can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hedorah isn't as popular as King Ghidorah or Space God.
Apparently. That's it. Why did Jesus come back as a cyborg? There was nothing within... You know what? There's no point for Jesus being a cyborg in this story. Literally nothing.
Yeah, there
Well,
was.
he's Jesus. He can do whatever he wants.
The story is called Mecha-King-Jesus. Need to have the mecha part somewhere.
I mean, the way Jesus died, in a sense, like, nothing really warranted... I mean, I guess outside of just being able to do what he wants because God willed it, there's no sense of he needed that. I felt like if Jesus already technically had superpowers when he grew big. I mean, he could have just done everything else as, like, like energy minigun beams or whatever. And, like, yeah, the only thing that would have contributed to this whole mecha factor was just that he had an inbuilt hand minigun. Other than that, jumping super high, that could have been attributed to the supernatural. Just being durable with a metal breastplate could have been just attributed to the supernatural. I mean, like, those first 3 bullet points really could be just attributed to more of the supernatural. Oh, it's Jesus, he's Son of God, do whatever and whatnot. So for
you're thinking way too hard about this. Man.
I sadly am.
Kaiju X, it's Jesus. He could do whatever he wants.
Yes. And also, this is listed as an adventure horror story.
I know exactly why it's listed as a horror story.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I know why this is a horror story.
That was pretty horrific.
Yes.
Well, it's a horror story for all the citizens of Sapporo.
Yes. Ah, lordy. Friggin' shoot.
So, Harley, what did you think of this?
Well, it was kind of shitty.
Obviously.
And it was, like I said, I'm glad the author has some semblance of of literary prowess, of literary maturity, that he can actually couple sentences together, make it seem like a coherent narrative. I just wish he didn't do it. I just wish this wasn't the narrative he wrote. Bless you.
Nagar, what did you think of this?
I still refuse to believe that. I still refuse to believe who that was, and that is actually Jet Jaguar. That's what I think of it.
Gotcha. Joe, what did you think of it? Okay, he's dead.
Joe died. Joe died because he went to Sapporo and got covered in shit.
I will say my two favorite parts of this fic was when Godzilla first arrived, he shat himself in fear.
Yeah.
And my other favorite part is that he got so scared of Jesus about to die that he dropped him. Those were my two favorite parts.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so I'm looking through this particular author's list of stuff. Let's not read any of it because it mostly involves gas and shit.
Sounds sexy.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
But I will say that this story was really funny, actually, because of how dumb it was.
Oh, yeah, it's like, if you could tolerate the disgusting crap, yeah, this one's definitely a, like, you know, dumb fun story. Like, yeah, if you could tolerate the diarrhea and the puking, I think you'll actually have a blast with this one. But if you are not, like, I'll probably put an 18 plus with this one too, like 18 plus, but still click at the video anyway. But for you know, like, yeah, just because of the amount of crap in here.
I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen.
So,
well, I guess that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. We will see you guys next time on Saturday Mourning Reads.
Stay shitty, people. Oh, Jesus Christ!